Do you prefer songs with a subtle or obvious message?
With a what?
A subtle or obvious message.
A message? You mean like, what song with a message?
Well, like Eve of Destruction and things like that.
Do I prefer that to what?
I don't know, but your songs are supposed to have a subtle message.
A subtle message?
Well, they're supposed to.
Where'd you hear that?
In a movie magazine.
Oh, my God.
Do you think of yourself primarily as a singer or as a poet?
Well, I think of myself more as a song and dance man, you know.
Mr. Dillon, I know you dislike labels, and probably rightly so, but for those of us who are well over 30, could you label yourself and perhaps tell us what your role is?
Well, sort of label myself as well under 30. And my role is to, you know, to just stay here as long as I can.
You're considered by many people to be symbolic of the protest movement in the country for the young people. Are you going to participate in the Vietnam Day Committee demonstration in front of the Fairmont Hotel tonight?
I'll be busy tonight.
Things have gotten out of hand. You know, it fell into the, you know, you'd ask me why I write surreal songs or whatever. I mean, that type of activity is surreal. I had no answers to any of those questions any more than any other performer did, really. But, you know, that didn't stop the press or people or whoever they were from asking these questions. For some reason, the press thought that performers had the answers to all these problems in society, and you know, like what can you say to something like that? I mean, it's just kind of absurd.
Phil Oakes wrote something in a recent Broadside magazine to the effect that you have twisted so many people's wigs that he feels that it becomes increasingly dangerous for you to perform in public before an audience.
Well, that's the way it goes, you know. I can't apologize, certainly.
You feel that part of the popularity is because of an identification of your audience with you or with what you're saying or what you've been writing about?
I have no idea.
Mr. Dillon, you seem very reluctant to talk about the fact that you're a popular entertainer, and you're a most popular entertainer.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, I don't understand why you
well, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about it?
Well, you seem almost embarrassed to admit that you're to talk about.
Well,
the
I'm
fact
not
that you're
embarrassed. I mean, you know, what do you want exactly me to say? You want me to jump up and say hallelujah and crash the cameras and do something weird? Tell me. I'll go along with you. If I can't go along with you, I'll find somebody to go along with you.
No, but I find it, you really have no idea as to why you, or no thoughts on why you're popular. That's what interests me on it.
I just haven't really struggled for that. I don't, it happened, you know? It happened like anything else happens.
How many people who labor in the same musical vineyard in which you toil, how many are protest singers? That is, people who use their music and use the songs to protest the social state in which we live today, the matter of war, the matter of crime, or whatever it might be.
How many?
Yes. Are there many who do?
Yeah, well, I think there's about 136.
You say about 136? Or do you mean exactly 136?
It's either 136 or 142.
At a certain point, people seem to have a distorted, warped view of me for some reason, and those people were usually outside the musical community. The spokesman of a generation, the conscience of this and that and the other. I mean, that I could not relate to. I just couldn't relate to it. As long as I could continue doing what it is that I love to do, I didn't care what kind of labels were put on me or how I was perceived in the press, because I was playing to people every night.
I played at the Hollywood Bowl Then I left the organization. I actually was frightened when I got the tour itinerary to see that we were going to play Dallas, where they had just killed the president. And I thought, you know, if they didn't like that guy, what are they going to think of this guy? And I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to be the analogy to John Connolly. I didn't want to be the guy next to him.
I started out on Burgundy, but soon hit the harder stuff. Everybody said they'd stand behind me when the game got rough.
The guys that were with me on that tour, which later became the band, you know, we were all in it together. We were putting our heads in the lion's mouth, and I had to admire them for sticking it out with me. Just for doing it, in my book, they were, you know, gallant knights for even, you know, standing behind me.
By the time we got to England, it was out of control. And I don't know if word of mouth preceded our concert tour, but it really was pretty revolutionary in the fact that here was someone who everyone loved, and they didn't like what he was doing. And they were showing it.
These stages were created for people who stood on stage and recited Shakespearean plays. They weren't made for this kind of music we were playing. The sound was pretty archaic, really. The sound really hadn't been perfected. The sound quality hadn't been perfected for many years after that.
The first half of the concert was Bob Dylan, alone, acoustic, and harmonica. When we kicked off the second half, I mean, we did kick ass and take names. And we got everyone in there's attention. They knew that we had arrived. Because they were such fans of his acoustic set, that when we came in and did the electric set, people have said the word to me that he was a traitor to folk music, the pure music.
I mean, I just about had it, though. I'd had it with the whole scene. And I was, whether I knew it or didn't know it, I was looking to just quit for a while.
Well, what about the scene? What did you had it with? What about the scene where you're sick of?
Well, you know, people like you, people like, you know, like just, you know, like just being pressed and hammered and, you know, expected to answer questions. You know, like, what can you know, like, there's enough to make anybody sick, really.
Half one and half the other. Craig! That's what he is.
Everybody's wondering when your friendship's gonna end, but come on, baby, I'm your friend, and I know that you show something. It's tearing up your
rubbish. Crap. Rubbish. Complete rubbish. Pathetic. Burn the group and be ironic. We pay to see a flipping folk singer, not big group. Big groups.
Didn't you boo me last night?
I didn't. We didn't say it, Bob. I didn't. Please, just a minute.
Well, I want the names of all the people that booed me.
We didn't pay you. Come back soon.
Okay. I'll be back in a month or two.
Oh, very good.
So long. Cheerio. Oh, you sweet, lovely people.
Oh,
Sweet. For the first half, when they're all so quiet, I'll just get ready. I'll play 4 or 5 songs, and they just don't make a sound. I'll just go, boo. And then Albert will come and go, boo.
Right. Hey, I loved the description in the paper last night. That was classic. There wasn't one truth in the entire article. It was all the most fantastic lies they could concoct.
Well, from what town, man?
From the last town, Edinburgh. Another night of catcalls for Dylan.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Many of the audience walked out.
I saw one, man. Did you see one paper that said, everybody walked out?
I haven't seen that one.
Everybody walked out. I saw a paper that said, everybody walked out. In Liverpool, I saw it.
They're really losing their minds. Really. Totally insane.
I'm gonna walk out.
We want the real Dylan. Will the real Dylan stand up?
I decided just to tell him, man, that Dylan got sick. Last on the bill, not least, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, back from the grave. Right, straight from the grave. I don't believe you. You're a liar.